Obviously, you just talked about their work hours, but what does a residency salary look like?
Yeah, so residency salary usually ranges between 50 to 60,000.
Okay.
That's usually what you're looking at. Again, it's going to be on the higher end if you're living in a cost of living area that's a little higher because they try to be proportional so that if you're living in somewhere that's more expensive, you want to make sure you can afford that. But again, it ranges between 50 to 60,000. I think the highest I've ever seen was probably 65 or 70,000. Nothing more than that I've known of.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would say not that there's an equivalent to residency in the law because there's not. Obviously, you're going to law school, you're jumping straight in. But I think that what ends up being more realistic in line with kind of what your residents are making is, the mid-sized firm and even the solo practitioners and the solo firms, as well as like public defenders and prosecutor offices. So if we're kind of going the state route, we're looking at public defenders and we're looking at prosecutors. Prosecutors are paid by the state. So they might be on the state schedule, or if they're federal, they might be on the general schedule. So if anybody's ever heard of GS, like a GS 13 or a GS 14, it's a specific standard for a salary for government employees. And generally speaking, they're not getting paid a lot. A prosecutor coming out could, depending on their area, could be getting paid $45,000, $50,000 to start, but then they could also work their way up into the six-figure amount